I'm Ellie Taylor and this is Back Your Body, the podcast from Holland Barrett that's all about the most important relationship you'll ever have. Yes, the one with your body. From scars to self-care, the bits you love, the bits you've learned to love. This is a conversation about how you look after your body and how your body looks after you. Now, today's guest has got the kind of energy that fills a room and then some. From bursting onto our screens on Britain's Got Talent to winning RuPaul's Drag Race to recently finishing runner-up on Celebrity Big Brother, where, let's be honest, everyone fell a little bit in love with them. They're a performer who pushes their body to the limit, blending transformation, stamina and serious stage presence. It's the one and only Danny Beard.
Thank you. That was very nice. I'm going to clap you for
You
that
clap
lovely
yourself.
intro.
Why not? Danny, it's so lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell me about how Danny emerged into this earth. How did Danny Beard get created?
You know, I was in Manchester studying in uni. I'd applied for lots of drama schools, didn't get in, kept getting offerings of like £10,000 foundation degrees that I couldn't ask my mum for that. Ended up going to Salford Uni. When I was there, I was flying on the streets of Canal Street. Then a DJ left and I was like, I can DJ. Then another DJ was getting paid and I saw they had another 50 quid on their envelope. And I was like, why are they getting more? And they were like, well, they do drag. And that was literally it. I was like, right, well, I'll do drag then if I'm going to get an extra 50 quid.
Had you liked drag before that?
I'd like drag. I was studying live art as part of my uni degree. And I fell in love with Lee Bowery and I have a very bad tattoo. It's actually not as bad as it was. It's been touched up.
Okay.
Of Lee Bowery there. So, and I just kind of love that kind of club kid scene. Drag Race wasn't really a thing then. People weren't really famous drag queens in quotation marks. You know, it was just fun. I got into clubs for free and I got drinks for free.
Why not? Sounds
And
all right.
now, fast forward, we're here and
Here we are. Where does Danny Beard come from? Where does the name come from?
I just didn't want to be a drag queen that was like Wilma Ballstrop or
Right.
Patio Doors, you know. So I was just Danny, and then I had a beard at the time, and I threw glitter in it, and it was like, oh, that's that Danny with the beard. That's that Danny with the beard, and I was like, that's got a ring.
That will do.
You know, it was close enough to my real name, but far enough away that HMRC might not be able to find me.
Now, you've done loads of stuff. You've had a load of achievements. What is the thing you're proudest of that you've achieved?
I suppose it's more personal. I'm proud that I've got a really nice, close-knit group of like real friends. Like I'm lucky now I've got celebby pals that are lovely and we get on and I do stuff with, but my core people are my core people.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
From back home?
Back home, my oldest friend Katie, I've just been on a cruise with her. I mean, I was working. She thought it was a holiday. She actually thought we were going to Barbados. I got it wrong. I was like, we're going to Barbados.
Where are you going?
The Norwegian fjords. What are they called? Fjords. I don't even know what they're called.
Packing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So she was shivering for a week.
She had to buy Cardi. Oh,
Yeah.
goodness me.
So yeah, I'm blessed like that. But I suppose work-wise, I love anything I get to do, like really for my community.
Yeah.
I feel like the queer community really appreciates you when you give back. And like, you know, like I'm hosting for an AIDS foundation in a few weeks. Things like that I get to do like mean a lot, you know?
What are the things you're proudest that your body's achieved?
I think just getting me through life. I've always been a bigger person.
Are you jabbing?
I'm the queen. Yeah, I'm more maintaining at the minute.
Right.
And my body's got me through a lot. I've never had a very great relationship with my body. And I think being a gay man, I never fit in when I was younger with people who weren't gay. Then I kind of moved, went to uni, discovered this whole new gay world, thought this is going to be my people.
Yeah.
And then didn't fit in with the gays either.
Right.
Because I wasn't like a hot gay.
Right.
I'm still not a hot gay, but I've been on the telly now, so that helps.
With your body changing because of the jabs, how is your relationship at the moment? I suppose a lot of people think that if they lose weight, that's the answer to happiness. And has it made you happy? Has it sort of changed things for you?
I think, and like funny, we mentioned my best friend Katie because she's like on the same journey. She's done an incredible weight loss of like over 8 stone. And we say to each other, I think we're just the type of people, because we've grown up big, It's like our default setting. So we'll never be happy. You know, I'm the happiest I've been with my body. I feel like I'm the healthiest, maybe, in terms of I try to take more supplements. I think about my meals more like, right, I should have protein here, greens. I try and think more healthily, whether that actually equates to anything, God knows. But I'm the happiest I've been.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever truly look in the mirror and be happy with everything.
Yeah.
It's just so person I am. And then also, like, we're always in front of cameras or on stage, and we look at photos back or clips of ourselves back. So there's a constant mirror being held up and in other people's eyes.
Yeah, how do you find that with public scrutiny when you have been on the telly now and social media's always got something to say?
Well, this is the thing. Even since losing weight, like I actually put a video out not long ago and was like, I'm not going to address it again, but we just need to stop commenting on other people's bodies. Like, everyone's bodies are valid. However you choose to live your life, that's valid. But don't put that on other people, because I've had a lot of people, you've lost too much weight, you're not the same, you were funnier when you were fatter people are funnier. It's like, let a girl have a break.
It's
You know what I mean?
exhausting.
It is exhausting, yeah. And there is other people that are lovely and they'll jump to your defense. But, like, you know, I'm a drag queen. I'm just a silly scouser, a gob on legs. You know, if I'm on a TV show or if I'm in a show or I'm in a musical, whatever I'm doing, I'm entertaining you. Like, talk about that. Tell me I sang a flat note.
Right.
You know, tell me my makeup was crap that day. Like, you know, judge the art I'm putting out, not the body that's delivering it.
I mean, the art that you put out, it takes work to do that. Like, drag is hard work, man, and the stamina for the shows and the dancing, and how do you prepare for that?
I just think I've just done it so long now, like it's in me. Like just today, my body's knackered. I probably had the longest filming day in drag that I've had in a long time yesterday. We were up at 5 a.m. and I think we got to bed at midnight. And the night before was an awards too, so we had 5 hours sleep to do it on.
Yeah.
And like to be in a corset, 6-7 pairs of tights, pads, the bra. Then that's before there's anything on. That's just to achieve the fake body.
Yeah.
It's knackering. And you know what? I only had to sit there all day yesterday. I was just filming, so it was just a long day, but it was just corseted. So your body and your feet just want a relief.
When you've done a big performance and you get home and you've had all this adrenaline, you've had people screaming at you, how do you wind down? Do you find that difficult?
It's the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's and it's different. Like years ago, you know, when life wasn't so serious and I wasn't in the public eye and I was just clubbing and going around bars and entertaining people all up and down the country, I'd have probably had a drink and carried on and tried to kind of chase the high a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, like, I can't afford to do that because there's something else going on the next day, or if it's not the next day, it's the one after. So I just chill out, really. 9 times out of 10, I'm lucky my boyfriend's with me or a friend's with me and we can chill together and get a bit of food or whatever. But I just literally have to doom scroll until I'm tired. Isn't really a really fab answer, but it's the truth.
Yeah. It just changes as you get older, doesn't it? You don't want to stay out and chase like
I'm 33 and if I don't travel with my own pillow and I sleep on a bad pillow, I'm in a mood for a week. my back is like glass.
Yeah.
2 drinks and I've got a hangover.
Yeah. Do you know, I messaged a friend the other day and I complimented their patio and I thought, I've really
Was it a nice patio though?
It was cracking, to be fair. It was absolutely herringbone, beautifully done.
Lovely.
Does your body feel different compared to when you're in drag and out of drag?
Well, yeah, because the whole point of my drag, I should say, not drag, but the whole point of my drag is that we are creating an illusion. So the body's not my body. You know, I'm cinching my real body. I'm adding weight and a fake bum, you know. I want to look like a knockoff Kim Kardashian in the body. Yeah. You know?
Do you sort of change your drag style a lot? Like, does the body sort of stay the same?
The body stays the same, but it will, everything evolves in my drag. It's always changing. I'm always trying to keep it fresh and exciting for me. Like, it's my first love. I love it. But yeah, I suppose it kind of grows and changes. When I was bigger, I would pad bigger.
Right.
So when I was maybe 4 or 5 stone heavier than I am now, the bum would be twice as wide as it is now, but it still adds and cinches. But yeah.
When do you feel the most powerful in your body?
When I'm in drag.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like an armour, and it's like it just gives you that confidence. And like, it's like if someone who doesn't do drag, the best way I describe it is when you are going to an event and you've prepared all week for it, you've got this dress and you've wanted to wear it for ages, you've got them new shoes and you know they look fabulous, but they hurt a little bit, but you don't care because they're hurting anyway, but you feel fab. You've had your makeup done, or you do your makeup, your hair's all done, and you've just got this extra summer. Je ne sais quoi. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the best way of describing it to someone who doesn't do drag, but that's like your job.
Yeah. How long does it take you to get ready?
Half an hour longer than I've got.
Right. Always.
Well, there's just always drag. There's just so many elements to it. There's something can go wrong. If you've got a leaky eye that day and you needed it in the morning, it's game over.
Yeah.
Normally, though, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have heaps and heaps of costumes and wigs, and is it filling cupboards?
I have to sell it off.
Really?
Like for cheap. Yeah. One, I think drag's expensive when you get to a certain, I don't even want to say level, but just a certain lane of drag, and you're being seen on TV and you've done Drag Race, etc. There's this expectation from the audience, and they don't quite understand how much it costs.
Yeah.
Often, if you see me appear on a TV show in drag, I've not made a penny.
Right.
I've spent more
to
look good
and
put my art on the TV.
Yeah.
You know, so yes, there's a lot.
How much is a wig? Like, what are we talking?
Depends where you go.
Right.
I have two main wig people that I go to.
Of course you do.
And one of them's in Milan.
Oh.
So you've got shipping costs on top of that.
Wow.
But they've done hair for the biggest stars in the world. Yep. And then there's another guy in Manchester, and they've done like Lady Gaga and everyone. Oh, so I like to try and look as good as I can.
Yeah.
And that costs.
You're not...
maybe $1,000 for a good wig, but $600 to $1,000.
Wowzers. Okay.
Yeah. And then the same again on a look.
Yes.
And yeah, so I dread to think.
Well, I'm glad to think.
It's tax deductible.
I'm glad to hear that it makes you feel powerful, because if it didn't, after spending $1,000 on some hair.
Yeah.
Blimey. Okay, so we know that drag makes you feel powerful, and you know you enjoy feeling like that. You enjoy moving your body that way. Is there a part of your body that you're maybe not as happy with? Something that you've always been?
Yeah, my stomach, honey. I don't think I mean, listen, if I literally went to the gym and put the effort in, I know I could change it.
Do you go to the gym?
No. I'm so unfit.
Just not for you? Never done it?
I have, yeah. I had a PT for a bit, and I felt really comfortable with them. The gym itself is like a hell on earth place for me. I mean, just if you didn't intro me and you just heard this voice, I sound like a 40-year-old woman that works on a doctor's reception. So, like, I'm very easily identified as gay. And I don't know, I just feel like in a toxic, I just don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there's gyms out there, you know?
Yeah.
Sure, if you go to like Clapham, there's a gym that all the gays go. Lots of gays live there, don't they, in Clapham? Ancoats in Manchester, there's probably a gym swarming in homosexuals. To be honest, I'm just probably looking for excuses.
Do you do like, I don't know, are you more of a walker, or do you or are you quite, no, I'm trying to give you a way out there,
I know you are, babe, but I'm such an oversharer, and I will tell you the truth. I mean, I've got a Chihuahua, she walks 4 steps and she's done. So
she's the perfect dog for you.
Yeah.
Love that.
I will go on a walk.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what now?
Yeah. Where are you going to?
Where am I going?
What's the point?
Okay. My brain wants to be activated in some other way.
A lot of people use exercise as, a lot of people say exercise helps their mental health, and they'll do it to clear their mind.
I find a nap.
Is that how you do?
I find a nap and like a marathon of some rubbish 90s TV show is also just as good for your mental health.
That's what you do, just to chill out.
Yeah.
To relax. Do you do any like meditation or anything like that?
Sleep, yeah. I can nap 10 times. I had a nap before I came here for 26 minutes. Man. Felt great.
I love a nap.
I can nap anywhere. If you said we've got 40 minutes, just sit there and have a nap. I could do it now.
Did you have like growing up, were there people who were always in your corner? Were they always like trying to give you confidence in your life?
Yeah, I mean, my parents did. My mum did. But then my mum was also someone who would reward me with food, or if I was sad, I'd get food. And I think I developed very early on an unhealthy relationship with food. I'm not blaming my mum. She's the exact same. Her mum did the same with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we grew up very working class, and that was what you did.
Yeah.
Well, you've done well in school, we'll get you to Mackey's.
Yeah.
You know, so when you move on to living independently, you're just kind of hardwired to do that for yourself. So I would treat myself all the time with food, and then I'd get sad about it, and so I'd eat.
Yeah.
So I've never had a great relationship with food / my body
Yeah.
because of that.
If your body could talk to you,
Yeah.
what would it say?
I'm fucking knackered! Can we swear on here?
Yeah. Now
Sorry.
you can. Yeah. Go for your life.
Probably that.
Are you knackered?
Genuinely, yeah.
Just not sleeping enough.
Are you joking? I sleep all the time.
Well, then why are you knackered?
I don't know. My body just is tired.
It's just a tired body. Maybe it's because you
I'm
need to do
being
some
dramatic
exercise.
here. Shut up. My boyfriend's cheering at the back. Maybe I do, yeah. But I'm not. I think I've been in a long run of work currently.
Right.
And I've got from tomorrow like 2 weeks off, and I think I'm actually dreading it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I've not stopped since maybe like last October.
Right. And what are you going to do with these 2 weeks off?
Honestly.
Sleep. Oh my goodness. Are you going away?
We were going to go away, but now we're not. No, I'm going to someone's birthday party. I'm going to try and see as much like local drag shows, theatre shows.
Nice.
Because when you work a lot, you go out of it, don't you? So
Yeah,
I want to get the theatre, get to some shows.
Yeah. And so is that how you relax? You want to go out and you want to see things? Would you rather go out or rather stay in?
I'd rather stay in.
Right.
Honestly. Because I love going to queer spaces and I feel safe there. I chill there. But it also feels slightly like work.
Sure.
If you're in a queer space.
Yeah,
and I don't mind anyone. Like, I feel like I'm so privileged that if anyone ever wants to speak to me on the street, it's like none of us are saving lives. I'm literally doing what I love. But if you want to engage with me, I'm going to engage with you.
Yeah. So how many tattoos do you have on your body?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I could give you a tour. We've got a Marmite jar there.
There's a lady with 4 boobies.
Yeah, I did Drag Race season 4. It was going to be RuPaul at one point with 4 tits.
Well,
but then we didn't put the head on her, and I think it's better.
Well, you can fill her in at a later date, can't you?
Nah,
if you want to.
I'm glad I've not got a RuPaul tattoo.
So you've got loads of tattoos. Do you have any scars that are particularly memorable?
No, but I did have, right, and I was thinking of this before. Because I was like, are they going to ask me anything like super that I need to think about? And the scar question. And I used to have a scar on my knee. Gone.
Magic.
Used to have a scar on my foot. Gone.
That's the jabs.
It must be. The only scar I've got is on this tattoo of a merman under here. And you can see it goes right over his crotch.
Oh, very slightly.
Very slight scar.
Very
and it was done on the most boring thing. I was on holiday and we hired a villa and the kitchen was up a set of twirly stairs and the floor was dead hot. So I'm like, ow, 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 ooh, up the stairs and walked into the wall. That was it.
And you nicked the merman's crotch.
And I nicked the merman's crust, crotch, yeah.
Danny, is there one daily thing that you think keeps your body out of trouble? Do you take supplements? Are you really good with hydration?
Yeah, I try to be actually, yeah.
Yeah?
I love this since the Stanley Cup came in.
Oh, yes.
Heaven. Because I can have 2 or 3 of them because you know what it is? I drink less when I'm, say, I'm on tour. I feel like I drink less. I love ice, cold, drink.
Right.
Water, Ribena sugar-free is like the holy grail of...
Yeah.
Or a peach iced tea,
Lovely.
if I want a calorie.
So you can shove a load of ice in there, keep it cool.
If it's cold, I'll drink it and stay hydrated.
What do you wish you'd known about your body 10 years ago?
I wish I'd have been a bit easier on my body.
Really?
Yeah. It's got me through life, you know, and it still is clinging on. Say clinging on, I don't think I am, but, you know, I wish I'd have been easier on it. You only get one body. You know, I wish I could have changed this, I could have changed that, and some things I have changed, you know. I've always been very open about anything like that I've had. You know, I've had various bits of filler in my face if you're not watching it. If you are watching it, you already know. You know, so I just wish I'd have been easier on it.
Do you regret having any, I don't know, little treatments that you've had done? No?
No. Since I've lost weight, I worry, oh God, I put these cheeks in when I was bigger and my face has gone smaller. Do I need to adjust them? That's the thing. And I don't want to get into that cat and mouse of constantly trying to perfect something. It's never going to be perfect. And I think that's the wrong terminology anyway. I'm never trying to perfect anything. You only have one body. If you want to make it super healthy, make it super healthy. If you don't. But then let's just not judge everyone else for what they want to do with their body.
If you want to get a mermaid with 4 tits, go for it.
Get it.
Get it tattooed on.
Get one with 5 tits if you want to be one better.
You've done so much, Danny. Have you got anything that you'd still really like to tick off the list? Any big aims?
I mean, everyone in showbiz says, "Oh, I'd love my own show."
Yeah.
No one gets their own show unless you've been in the business for 100 years. I don't
You
want to get
seem
too
happy.
in.
You seem happy
I am.
with
I'm quite
where
content.
you are in life, in your body at the moment.
Yeah, I am.
That's lovely, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's
We're going
all right.
to skip to some science stuff now.
Oh my
if you're
God.
interested.
Do you know I was great at science in school?
Well, listen to this. You'll get even better.
Let's go.
Low energy, doing all the right things, but still feeling knackered? I'm Patille Madaghjian, H&B science specialist, and in this week's Science Break, I'm taking a closer look at coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10 for short. CoQ10 is something your body naturally produces, and it's found in higher concentrations in the parts that need it the most energy. Think the big ones: heart, muscles, and liver. Its role is to help you convert the food you eat into usable energy at a cellular level. In simple terms, then, it helps your cells produce the energy they need to function. Now, stay with me, science fans, because this is where it gets interesting. From your early 30s, your body actually starts to produce less CoQ10, which can have a knock-on effect. So, what does the research say? In studies, participants who took between 100 and 300 milligrams of CoQ10 a day experienced a reduction in fatigue. As ever, context is everything, and it's important to make clear that the results we're seeing depend very much on your starting point. In healthy adults who aren't overly fatigued, higher doses, around 300 milligrams a day, have shown benefits, but this is mainly after physical exertion. At lower doses, the effects are less consistent. But if fatigue is already a thing for you, that's where CoQ10 could really shine. If this is the case, even 100 milligrams a day has been linked to improvements in energy levels and sleep quality over time. What I find fascinating about CoQ10 is that it isn't caffeine. It doesn't give you a quick hit of energy. Instead, it helps to support the machinery inside your cells that produces energy. If you suffer from persistent tiredness, despite getting the basics right, then CoQ10 is worth exploring, particularly as we know that natural production decreases with age. Until next time, science fans.
Thank you, Patille. Okie dokie. Now, Danny, we're at the stack. This is the fast pace. Quick fire.
Okay.
Swallow your nut.
While that was going on, I was eating these lovely...
Well, because all the science, we need to,
Yeah.
stay fueled. Okay. Danny, time starts now. Homemade food or takeaway?
Takeaway. I mean, I'm being honest, takeaway, but I love homemade food.
What
Shut up,
takeaway
Danny.
would you do?
All of it.
All of
Anything that's on delivery. I love a Five Guys. I love the Five Guys lettuce wrap.
Oh, I've not had a
Guilt-free burger.
Do you know what I saw you can have Five Guys the other day in your milkshake? Bacon.
I know.
In your milkshake.
It's lovely.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
I've yet to try that.
It's just like salty, bit of salty. Like, have you had Reese's Pieces in it?
Yeah.
Gives the same.
Okay.
Ish, but bacon.
But, pig.
Yeah.
Dressed up or dressed down?
Dressed down.
What's your favourite exercise?
Sleep.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Is there something you eat that other people would find weird?
I love Marmite. Love
Like-
pickles, but I think loads of people do.
Not
now.
like spoonfuls of Marmite, though. Just like
Oh,
on.
God, yeah.
Do you
Could
actually?
I could, yeah. If I make dinner and throw a secret spoon of Marmite in it,
Yeah.
I'll lick the spoon. You don't waste Marmite.
What's your best party trick?
Oh, probably nothing I can say on here, dear.
Oh, really? That's for after. I'm intrigued. What's one bit of health and wellness advice you'd give to someone that you'd swear by?
Listen to your body. When you're tired, take a nap. When you feel like you need to drink water, you definitely need to drink water.
I mean, it's sometimes
Stay
it's very
hydrated,
simple.
wear sunscreen, and nap. Genuinely.
They are three very good rules.
I think they are.
That's it. You can't argue with that. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
What's the last thing you do before you go to sleep?
Put my eye mask on.
Is it a silky one?
Yeah.
Of course it is. Phone in the bedroom, yes or no?
Yeah.
Do you?
I know, but we all do. Don't pretend you don't.
Do
you not?
Of course I do.
Well, then there you go.
But I have bought an alarm clock, but it just
Right.
to try and make me not do that. But I just have an
Wow.
alarm clock and my phone there.
Yeah,
It's
that would just
October.
do my head in.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. Danny, thank you so much.
Are we done?
Yeah, time was up. That was it.
Wow.
End of quickfire. You have got something really exciting coming up.
Oh, you talking about my orchestral gig?
Yes, tell me.
Yes, 25 musicians. It's in Manchester only. So don't bark at me if you're down south. It's at the Albert Hall. And it's cheaper at Manchester's Albert Hall than the Royal Albert Hall.
Right. Danny, this sounds epic.
Thank you.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's in Manchester, 18th of September. Check out my socials if you want to see that.
Thank you so much for telling me about you and your bod.
Thank you.
What you and your bod are going to go and do now?
You don't. I'll give you one guess.
Nap?
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad our chat's been so inspiring.
No, I might go for some food.
Okay, and then nap.
And then nap.
That's the correct order of things. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for listening / watching. If you've enjoyed this, come back next Thursday. We'll have a brand new guest, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This fridge, can we have one of these before we go? Or is
Yeah.
that props?
can.
Wowzer, I love a kombucha.
Oh,
Oh
knock
my
yourself
God,
out, babe.
yeah.
Loads of them.
I love one. Are they good? Are they from Holland Barrett? Cucumber and mint. Sorry, we'll carry on to it. Sorry.